everyone, Grant here from Spectra Racing. So we are back from Road America, event number 3 in the Grid Life Track Battle series that I'm doing. I'm doing 4 events in Project Mustang here. If you haven't been following the channel, I've been running this car for 13 years now. So I do know a lot about this platform here. And we got some track damage from the event itself that I'm gonna have to fix. So some overview while I have it up on the lift. So you saw in the beginning of the video here, the car did 146 miles an hour. She's making 520-ish wheel horsepower. I did take off the canards, the AJ Hartman aero canards. I actually talked to AJ about that. He recommended I remove them. I tried the first practice lap with them and it did 142. So I picked up 4 miles an hour in the straight. And those were in the same weather conditions, same temperature, everything. So you can see I have the upgraded brakes and stuff. I have videos over earlier in the channel going over some of the preparatory work I did. One of the things that fell off was fender liner. I have that on order. What I'm going to be working on here today is the exhaust. I'm going to have to re-weld together the exhaust. The mid pipe on this car was put together with band clamps. You get underneath the car here. I'll show you guys. All right, so you see the beautiful welds here. Unfortunately, the this exhaust has been through a lot. It's actually technically a factory OEM Honda exhaust, because the factory technician in the Honda racing team put it back together for me in Road Atlanta in 2018. So it has some pretty terrible welds here and there. The only reason I never retired this is just because I kind of have to get a whole new set of headers and everything. So it's pretty messy back here because it was a race exhaust for a while where I didn't have the pipes going down here. So in order to put the over axle pipes, I had to crappily weld on all these these adapters and everything, because I did have a race exhaust for a while for autocross, but it was really, really annoying. Anyway, for here, what happened on one of the practice laps was these band clamps. They do work fine for the most part. However, I think Road America was such a long course, and it was July essentially. Basically when I get off track, they would loosen up. So it's kind of time to put V-bands on them and kind of not have to worry about that project whatsoever. As you can see, I do have V-bands over here on the exhaust here. And this metal here, the reason why it's painted white is it's just like shitty aluminized steel. I'm surprised it's held together this long. Long term, this exhaust is eventually just going to be kind of thrown away because I'm going to be switching to Coyote eventually. But one of the other things that was not mentioned on my earlier videos is I did put one of the cooler scoops here. This one is kind of a pain because you can't drain the oil, so you have to remove those 4 bolts on either side. But it did help with the trans temperatures. Usually the transmission gets really, really angry on track, you know, having to heel toe and everything. But for now, if you have any questions about what's underneath the car, splitter or anything, be sure to let me know in the comments. But let's get welding, put these V-bands on, and get the car back together. Okay, so we got the V-bands all welded up. So I gotta put the exhaust back on the car, put the canards back on the car, rotate the tires, and then we're set for Lime Rock. The only other things got to do for Lime Rock, do a little bit of work on the Warthog here. If you haven't watched the build video on this was a lot of fun. I put about 25 miles on it at Road America. I think it was an absolute blast. My first time having a pit vehicle. This was not that hard to build, really, if you want to build your own, or just buy the Mototech UTV itself, because it's a pretty good pit vehicle. So let's get everything back together and get started. All right, almost ready for Lime Rock. So definitely check back out when we do the next video on some more tweaks to this, to the pit vehicle. Thanks for watching.